Elias Harris. A.J. Hess. Karnowski a long way from the bucket. Knocked away by Harris, and he picked it up. Here's Bell. Whistle. Offensive foul called on Gary Bell, his second, team's fourth.
That's Damian Hoover stepping in. Nice charge in transition.
Take another look at this, guys. Good call here.
Yes, sir. I like it.
35-21 our score. All right, guys, sometimes offense is pretty simple, isn't it?
Well, great pick and roll, mid pick and roll set here. Davis Stockton fakes coming off the pick and roll, comes off it hard, makes his defender, makes the big commit. But what we don't see is Sam Dower's man jumps to the help side. Sam reads it. Great drop pass by Davis Stockton there for the bucket.
David and Sam on the bench now. Look at that. Hess was not expecting that pass to come back at him, and he got it right in the chest. And then Eddie deposited it 10 feet later. 16-point lead.
Just the ball pressure from GU is relentless. On the catch, guy bring the ball up the floor. You're getting excellent ball pressure at all 5 positions, and that's something we've seen in practice consistently this leading up to this season, as the coaching staff really wants to pick the tempo up on that end of the floor.
Stevenette threw up a tough one there. Here's Eddie. Lost the handle. Karnowski got it back and a shot for 3.
Picking up the scraps. Shemek Karnowski. You know, you talked a second ago about Gonzaga picking up the defensive pressure. That's what you can do when you have the depth that they have this year. If you want to play big minutes, when you get your chance, you better get out there and create something on the floor. If you don't, someone else is coming back in.
And and GU doesn't have, you know, an Earl Knight type athlete, Tony Skinner, those guys who are all-world athletes, but they have a ton of guys who can take a scouting report, apply it onto the floor, and they're all good athletes. Maybe not great athletes, but good feet, good hands, and they guard without fouling. When you look at last year's numbers, one of the best defensive teams that didn't foul in GU's history.
Well, applying a scouting report and knowledge of your opponent is a skill, just like shooting the ball, just like making sure you put the ball into the post from the wing.
Karnowski now with 7 points after he converts that 3-point play. There's Stevenette. Missed it. Put back. Good by Jaron Jeffrey.
That might have been the first big breakdown from Gonzaga where they didn't have 5 guys reacting defensively to the ball.
Eddie inside from Pangos. Gonzaga leads by 17, but they've had 5 or 6 buckets roll off the rim.
Yeah, it's some bunnies around the rim that just haven't fallen for him. Karnowski's got a couple right there. You see Guy misses it off a nice cut.
Harris will shoot free throws. Foul coming on Julian Scott, number 44. That's his 3rd, team's 9th.
And you know, Dan, Greg, you was welcome to talk to this. I can't remember a team in a while that has had this much movement offensively. It looks to me like not only is the ball constantly moving, but all 5 guys have a purpose in what they're doing out there on the floor. It makes them really tough to guard. You saw right there. Kevin makes that baseline drive, and he could have easily just stood on the 3-point line, but he saw that action, immediately cut to the rim. You see Dower trying to make himself available in the short corner. There's just a ton of movement in this offense.
Well, I think one of the things that the new NCAA rules have allowed is when coaches can work with the players throughout the summertime, you're able to get a little bit more in depth on the game, teaching read and react, teaching spacing and these kind of things. And I think that's what you're seeing right now is being able to, early in the season, get into some things that maybe you wouldn't be able to get into in past years.
You guys talk offense, we look at defense. Really, it's created a lot of their offense tonight.
Well, you look at it for Southern Utah, not a great first half to start the year. A ton of turnovers, 15 turnovers, and GU's ball pressure, not only on the ball, but right on the catch. And that's what's been impressive to me is on ball swings or just simple one-pass moves offensively for Southern Utah. There's a guy on the catch immediately. And that's something that I think can carry over, not just tonight, but regardless of who you play. If you provide that kind of effort on that end of the floor, it's going to pay dividends.
Harris hits the front end. You know, you guys talk about offensively and that all 5 guys seem to be moving around, a lot of movement on offense. All 5 guys on the floor can score. This team is going to keep every defense honest. There's no sloughing off anybody.
Well, that helps. That helps on spacing. That helps on making the other team defensively pay attention to everybody on the floor.
Harris, Eddie, whack!
Wow. Impressive right there.
Top 10. We're going to say it. ESPN top 10 right now.
Chessman runs down the loose ball. Dower trying to take it back. And he must have stepped on the sideline over there. It'll be Southern Utah as we take another look.
It starts with ball pressure and an unselfish play. He throws it up, and he knows what to do with it once he gets the break. That is impressive. Look at this.
Very few guys in college basketball are going to be doing that this year.
Or have the confidence to try. How about that? Oh, wow.
Chessman missed it, tipped it back. He may be better than a Big Sky player.
Yeah, I agree. Now, only 4 points, 2 of 4 shooting, but you've seen defensively he's active, a couple rebounds. I think at that level he's going to be a handful.
Oh, he came from junior college, and a lot of times junior college, you can be a diamond in the rough without having to be a scoring option on your team. So obviously Nick Robinson's found a good one here.
The one thing I've noticed in this game, Gonzaga really committed to going to the post. Seems like every opportunity they have, the ball goes to the post first.
Play inside out, get those paint touches. It doesn't have to be on a post touch. It can just be off dribble penetration. You can open up those shots on the perimeter.
Harris lined it up, and Chessman met him at the rim with a big block.
Chessman's running down the floor with a big smile on his face.
Heyer left that free ball well short. Stevenette cleaned it up. We're under 30 to play first half. Boy, Harris really wanted that jam. Gonzaga will play for 1. Stockton right around Colley. Chessman knocked it away. Pangos at the buzzer, or close to it. That was close. Well, guys, 44-27 our score. You had 7 Zags score in that first half. Well balanced. Got some great defensive plays there. And, of course, players who really know how to finish. 44-27 our score at the half. We'll be right back from the McCarthy Athletic Center. Tonight's halftime stats brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino. It's all about you at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Join us for a mouth-watering steak dinner, a pampering spa treatment, or for one of our massive jackpots. Win big and rediscover the Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort. Guys, numbers, turnovers really jump out at you. Gonzaga did not end up shooting the ball well.
No, Gonzaga didn't shoot the ball very well at all. Only 39.5%. But what happens is, off those 18 turnovers, they got 18 more shots up. That is a huge difference in a game like this.
And for Southern Utah, when you did get a shot up, you shot 48% from the field, 55% from inside the arc. If they take their time, they get good shots.
Pangos to Dower. Sam took his time on that shot.
Great execution coming out of halftime. Move the ball side to side, get into a live ball side pick and roll. Hit the pick and pop guy. Sam Dower, great knockdown jumper.
Stevenette trying to draw the foul and does. I thought he got in there too deep, ran into trouble.
Well, he lost the ball, but stuck with it and a little pump fake it to Elias off his feet. Easy call for the official, but you know, this game now, 19 points. Feels like, you know, it's going to go GU's way, but you better believe Southern Utah is going to continue to play hard. There's no quit in this group. And that was an excellent first possession for them. They slowed down, no turnover, and opportunity around the rim, they need to continue to try to do that.
Well, I'm sure Coach Few's message at halftime was keep sawing wood. We're up 17. We didn't have a great first half shooting the ball. Saw wood. We'll come out of this thing and we'll learn a lot about ourselves going into our big game on Monday night against West Virginia.
Harris with 2 personal fouls now. Stevenette hits both ends. He's got 14 points, 6 rebounds. Gary Bell, Harris. Shoots it. Missed the shot over Jaron Jeffrey, but foul called on Jeffrey, and now Harris will shoot the free throws. That's the 3rd on Jeffrey.
Jeffrey looking for a replay. Didn't like the call. Thought he was straight up and down, but an excellent play call. You know, a lot of the possessions for GU end up in those types of plays, particularly for the post players. Those isolations. Elias catches the ball at 18 feet. He can knock down that jump shot. If he doesn't have it, he can look to go one-on-one. He did it right there and was able to draw the contact and the foul. And an excellent play. A lot of options, but they always end up getting the ball in one of the better scorers' hands.
Chessman trying to show some range. And missed it. Throws it up. And goes to Harris. And Elias back at the free throw line. Dan, I know you were on a lot of preseason lists back in the day. How big a deal is that to a player, Elias on the preseason wooden list?
Well, it's always nice to be recognized for what you do. I think those top 50 lists, they throw a lot of guys out there who are at big name programs and things. I think the main thing he has to do is focus on the fact that if they continue to win games, he'll be on the list when it goes down to 30. He'll have a chance to be on the list when it goes down to 20 to 10, and maybe have a chance to be an All-American this year. But you can't do that if the team doesn't win.
It's so true. And you ended up first team AP All-America, remember? That was amazing. Here's a steal. Harris. He wanted to dunk it. Eddie got it back, and now he'll shoot for a 3-point play.
Well, you saw the 1-2-2 press right there again off the made basket. He forces the long pass off the trap. Elias is able to jump it and tries to go up and finish it. Nice challenge there from here, but Landry right there to clean it up, gets himself to the free throw line.
Harris has got to finish that dunk, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got to finish that, without a doubt. Go up, get up over the top, finish it. But the thing I like right there is Landry did not quit on the play. He followed it in and cleaned it up.
Eddie now with 8 points after that 3-point play. Stevenette got it to Cheston.
He knew better that time. Sometimes you want to play more minutes. You do what the coach wants.
Colley over Pangos. Eddie with another rebound, but his 6th.
But a good shot for Southern Utah. You take that shot with 15 seconds on the shot clock rather than trying to force up a quick shot early. You end up with a good look.
Dower inside 3. Chessman runs down the miss. Here's number 3, Damon Heyer. There's a tough pass. Trying to go it inside to number 42, Jaron Jeffrey. That's an unforced turnover. And we've got a timeout on the floor with 18:03 to play, second half. Gonzaga leading it now 52-29. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back from Spokane. Let me just say this. Whatever you think the number is, I think it could end up to be a little low.
Well, you never know. They've got about 6 guys on the squad this year that have a chance.
Yes.
If Gonzaga reclaims that conference title like they so badly want to, there's a chance that they're going to have 3 or 4 guys.
And the league hasn't seen Karnowski play yet.
No.
And by January, he's going to be a different dude.
Richard Fox will love talking about Karnowski's game throughout the year. I know that.
Absolutely. Gotta give the big fella some love.
Gonzaga working the clock down to 10 seconds. I don't know if we've seen that yet this game. 5 on the shot clock. Harris for 3.